what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the most underrated and overrated brawlers right now inside of Brawl Stars. So you guys are probably going to see this about a week behind, but I think it's going to be very, very relevant because one brawler in particular who is very underrated is Lou. So Lou, as soon as I picked up the update, I knew, Frank was broken and all of these other options. Lou is one of the best shutdowns. He's especially good against bad players as well because they can't juke out his shots. The reason why he's hardly ever meta in competitive is because his main attack is pretty hard to hit with. Like, if you open your eyes, a lot of times you can just juke out Lou pretty easily. But look at this, I've already got one hypercharge. You can just stun someone so fast. And again, all of these aggressive ideas, like Colette is, of course, a good counter. Of course, Shelly's a good counter, but Lou's got that range about him, and he's got the zoning. So if you want to keep these tanks away, you can just do this. Just spam out those supers, and you should be good to go. I've got a vision gear on as well because I'm extra sweaty. That's just how I am with him. I'm just a Lou god. Right. I don't know where this Jesse's hiding, and I was very scared because last game, my teammates just threw all the gems to a lone Nita. So we missed that super, unfortunately, but at least the super is going to zone him out quite easily. And this is just looking like an easy dub. I just farmed one super, and the good thing about Lou is once you get your first super, that's the hardest thing, but once you get your first one, you should be able to cycle pretty successfully with the gadget, and as long as you don't miss it, you're good to go. So I think Lou's fantastic. Hyper counters so many of the meta brawlers right now. He's a very solid ladder brawler. Like, I'm seeing him everywhere in Brawl Ball, gem carrier, in gem grab. I'm seeing him in knockout. Even before this update, pros were going him in knockout. So yeah, I think it's very underrated. Let's hop into the next one. All right, guys, so jumping into the second underrated brawler on my list, we have Barley. So Barley, I've been saying since the hypercharge came out that is a pretty strong one. I think the pros are starting to play him a lot, and it's just because of a few factors. So the first factor is, of course, his hypercharge. His hypercharge is pretty good. It's not like anything broken, but it's actually really good. He gets some good instant damage. 2,000 a tick. It's fast for Barley. Barley's super deals like, what, 1,600, 300 a tick to begin with, which is kind of mediocre for a thrower. You think of like Dan Michael we're facing now, he can deal like 6k damage with one super hit, which is insane, like so fast. Whilst Barley, he waits a while. But another reason why he's so good is because of his healing factors. So you've got the healing star power, you've got the healing gadget, which is actually so strong, and especially when your teammates can group up with you, you're going to get so much value. So I've got to wait for the Meg here to jump. Oh, bro, just missing out on that. But we should be good to go against this Charlie. Unfortunately, we're facing literally the hardest counter with Mortis, but I've been having a decent time. And yeah, Barley's just going to one-shot us with that. But I've been playing a lot of Barley. You think of like Brawl, for example, there's Penalty Kick and Pinball Dreams, literally Barley heaven. So if anything, the competitive map pools just allowed him to get even better. Again, you just think of this gadget, for example, Ammo Star Power. I'm just staying alive consistently. Like, I'm just not dying. Like, brawlers are on top of me that counter me, like Edgar, Mortis, and I'm just not dying. Again, we're going to pop a gadget here for me and my teammates, and we could just sit here. So the cheese first started on the knockout map Flare and Phoenix, if you know that one. Barley started to become really strong because people figured out that you can just sit there behind the unbreakable walls, and then once the gas closes in, pop your gadget, you've got the healing star power, you just cannot die. So just going to show them as well, the hypercharge just cleared everybody out. So many good maps for Barley. He's such a good option in this meta. You guys should definitely try him out a lot more. So that's going to be another underrated. Let's hop into the next. Guys, jumping into the first overrated brawler on my list, I went with Fang. So I know that, I'm not too sure this is in the new ranked rotation right now, but I just see too much Fang love. And I don't know why. I basically don't know why. Again, if you're unsure, I am recording this just before my vacation, so maybe people have realized by now that Fang isn't the greatest, but still, like on my tier list video, for example, people just think Fang still is a good brawler, and trust me, he's so outdated. So if you're wondering why he's so overrated, it's the fact that you hardly ever get his hypercharge throughout a game. Maybe against some brain dead players on certain maps, you might be able to cycle maybe one hypercharge, but still then, I don't actually get too much value with my hypercharge super with Fang. I mean, that was a pretty bad example of just a super, but again, there's just better options right now. There's like Lily, there's Buzz, there's all these other assassins, Melody, and even like Piper is a better assassin than Fang right now. Like, Piper can jump and knock back someone upon impact. Like, bro, Fang may as well not exist when there's a Piper hypercharge in the meta. But At the same time, he's still usable, right? He's still, like, okay. He's just... People think he's still in his, like, former state, and he's not even close to being as good as he was before. And I missed that super intentionally, right? Just to bait out the Dynamite. Definitely. We're actually doing pretty good here. I mean, I'm up against a decent composition. Dynamite and Brock should be, like, free for Fang. So... Unfortunately, I can't show you how overrated he is. But then again, this is ranked. It's a clown show. Absolute clown show. It's only going to get worse every season as well. So, Brock's going to overextend here. Oh, okay, I'll just go straight onto Leon. Auto-aim OP. Should be able to get the kill as well. Okay, maybe Fang isn't overrated. Maybe Fang's underrated. Nah, that's just me. I'm just the best Fang in the world. Right, at least I've got my Hypercharge here. And I just need one more shot. Here comes the Hypercharge. We're just going to wait as long as possible. It's definitely going to be a Leon close, so we can pop our Hypercharge here. I'm going to go in and see what I mean, like, maybe the stun gadget would have helped me out there, but I just feel like whenever I use my Hypercharge with Fang, I just end up dying, even in the most stupid scenarios. I just don't know what it is, but that's going to be one overrated. Let's hop into the next one. So jumping into the next overrated brawler on the list, we have Mais. So Mais is on the enemy team. I don't even get a chance to play Mais. I think it's like 3 games in a row the opponent has gone Mais. And trust me, Mais is very overrated. People are going it to counter Frank, counter all of these like tanks. Like, of course, she's going to be okay into Frank. Of course she is, because she's a tank counter. But she's nowhere near as good as some people are implying on my videos. Like, I've seen literally for weeks since the update, people are saying, like, oh, Mais is good. You should try Mais now. No, one interaction change. That's not going to be enough for her. And you think Frank has active noise cancellation? If Frank has any brain cells, which my Frank literally doesn't because he's using active noise cancellation against Cordelius, you may as well just wait for that mute to go and you'll kill him. Like, you could just time it so you don't get cancelled out by the super every single time. Like, you can't kill a Frank with a Mais. You just can't in this meta. But people are just going Mais all the time. I don't understand. Do people just have this obsession with Mais? Do they just think they're really good at the game all of a sudden because they can maybe like press gadget and super at the same time? I'm not too sure where the kind of hypers came from. I don't know who's telling these people that Mais is good again. She's not. Trust me. Like, other brawlers can receive small nerfs and it will work, but it's not the same with Mais. Like, if I was a Frank, I'd be all over her. It would be the freest kill every single time. Go Griff, go Griff, go. Oh, Meg really overstepped on mark there. Can I get there in time? Frank, help me out, please. After everything, you should be able to get those gems easily. We just need 1 gem. Nice. Here's me talking about overrated, and I swear, whenever I say a brawler's overrated, they just end up killing me. We just need 1 of those gems. He's going to go in here with Hypercharge. Too predictable. We can take that down easily. We can just run into this Meg. Nothing that she can really do. And let's get out of it. Rob the gems and win this game. Beautiful. So again, not really having any problems with Mais right now. No idea why their play rate has just gone through the roof. Has someone just made a video? Has someone done a really bad tier list? I'm not sure, guys. Just stop playing Mais, please. Just terrible. Right, that's going to be another overrated brawler. Let's check the stats. I mean, she had decent stats, but we just had by far the best stats in our team. So yeah, Mais overrated. Let's hop into the next one. Guys, jumping into the final overrated brawler on the list. I hate to say it because I've loved Belle forever. She's always been in this underrated period, but I think right now in the meta, she's overrated, mainly because you think of monthly finals, the last ones, she just wasn't picked hardly at all. You know, brawlers like Byron just filled a better purpose in terms of the mid and the versatility. Also, the Hypercharge rate nerf, like, it seemed good at the beginning, but like, why are we nerfing Belle's Hypercharge? It was terrible. Like, it's not even that good. Like, she gets some good stat boost, but the super itself is not good. So why are we nerfing it? Also, she just feels like she doesn't have the instant damage or a knockback that the meta kind of needs right now with Frank and everything else. I think she's just far too outclassed. Yeah, it's just not good days for Belle. You also think as well, like, she used to counter so many different options and just be pretty versatile. I'm not really seeing an opportunity to use Belle. I'd rather just go a different mid, like Jean, like Meg, something like that. But Sam is causing a lot of problems. Again, big reason as to why I just don't like Belle, because I just don't have the presence that I used to once have. Let's see if we can pinch this somehow at least. Come on. Let's stop tapping now. I mean, the reason why maybe Belle's overrated, because we're just not tapping right now. Nice. We can at least get 1 kill there. That's going to be a slow one to 8-bit. He's going to teleport out, but I think he is dead. 10 HP. What even is this? Ah, painful, painful, painful. All right. I mean, I didn't have the best Belle game there, but Sam was just causing too many problems. Again, like, I can't really do anything against the Sam as a Belle, right? Like, I just do mediocre damage a lot of the times. But that's going to be the final brawler on the list. Of course, I'm going to include a loss in here. We did the most damage on our team. We didn't really do the worst. I think the reason why we lost is definitely because of that Stu play. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.